Anthony Harbig here with a Garrettsville Garfield Lady G-Men player profile. I'm joined by Maggie Fogel. Maggie, thank you so much for joining us today on this wonderful Monday afternoon.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So here you are, a third straight district championship for this Garrettsville Garfield team. When I say that, when you hear that, and I know you've been hearing it a lot in the last couple of days, what does that feel like to you to claim three in a row?
It's really nice to know that I've been a part of the team for 3 years on three teams that have made like a big accomplishment for our team, and I don't know, it just feels great this year, especially because I definitely have a bigger role on the team this year. It's great.
Yeah, every time a team wins, a couple in a row, the question always gets thrown around is how does this one compare to the other ones? Especially because what you just said, you've had a little bit of a bigger role on the team this year. How does this one compare to the other two that you had last couple years?
It's so much better. Like just everything, like just having such a bigger role makes such a difference because you really feel like you earned it this year. Like last year I felt like I earned it, but it's not the same. Like this year it's so different. It feels great.
Because of the awesome seniors that you guys had on that team last year and everyone graduating, a lot of people, the expectations, they weren't throwing your way, right? Coming into
Mhm.
this season. That being said, what's it been like all year knowing that a lot of responsibility was going to put on your shoulders as the new senior leader and you were going to have a lot of more responsibility and say in how the program does?
It was kind of scary at first because I did realize like I was going to be on the floor a lot, going to have to do a lot more, score more possibly, like just have a more important role. But it's honestly been fine, like especially with like Laura coming. We didn't expect her at first, but like with her coming, she really added a lot to the team. And I mean, yeah, I had to step up, but it wasn't as bad as I expected it to be.
That being said, what were some of the things that you worked on in the off season and getting ready for this basketball season, knowing that you were going to have more responsibilities?
I definitely worked on like my ball handling a lot more because I knew we didn't have like Sarah there. Like she was a great ball handler, and my shooting because I knew I had to score more. Like missing Jenna and Sarah, some of our big scorers, but just kind of a bunch of little things. Just I tried to improve on.
What about on the leadership side of things? Obviously, you knew statistically you were going to have to contribute more and you're going to get more playing time on the floor, but you also probably knew that you were going to have to be a little bit more of a leader this year, losing all those seniors. How did you handle getting ready for that and trying to mentally prepare to come on this team and be as much of a leader as you could to the younger girls on the squad?
I kind of like a lot of them are a lot like me. Like they dress their sophomore year, their junior year, they don't play a lot, but a little bit, and then their senior year, they're gonna have to step up. So I think I have a good way of being a leader. Like I know what it feels like for them, and I can like tell them it's gonna get better. Like you're doing good. Like I'm not like the star player that everyone freaks out about, so I can kind of like mentor the younger girls a little bit better. I feel like
Hey,
than
you're a
now.
star in YSN's eyes. That's why we're having you on here. We're giving you the limelight. But they say that seniors are judged by the legacy they leave and the footprints they leave after they get out of the program. Obviously, last year seniors did a lot statistically for you guys, but how much has their leadership kind of shined through your senior leadership now, and how much they taught you the last 3 years of being on the team with them?
They just like showed us like to obviously you have to take it seriously, but to really just have fun. Like don't take anything for granted and just really have a good time. Like at practice, not everything has to be like straight serious. Like it's always good to have a good time.
How much does it mean that they've been able to come to some of your games too? You see your senior alums on the sidelines every time you look up into the stands. I saw a couple of them at that district championship celebrating with you guys. So, what's that mean to you guys, knowing that they're not just graduating and leaving the program; they're pouring back into it after they're gone?
Yeah, it's really nice. Like it feels great to like watch them like show them how you've improved over like the time and just so they can see you how you're playing now and like what you've learned from them and like just to talk to them after and see them there. It's awesome because I don't see them all the time, and it's fun when they come to the games.
So next year, when I ask one of your teammates that are still on the team the same question I just asked you about this senior group, what do you hope their answer is about being a teammate with you and learning how to lead from you?
I hope they just can say that I'm like relatable and they went through the stuff that I did, and I help them learn from it a little
And
bit and help them have fun.
And a lot of people from the outside will look at this team and say three state district championships and think, well, they probably didn't have to go through too much adversity. But I'm sure that there has been adversity on this team and adversity in your career. What
Hmm.
has been your biggest form of adversity that you've had to face so far in your career, and how do you get through it?
Uh, Honestly, when we lost that Crestview game this year, that was like a really hard pushback for us. Like we didn't win the league anymore. Like it was really hard, and we didn't know how we would come back, if we would come back and go beat Brookfield or if we would just fall apart. And I think we did a good job of like regaining our composure after the game, and that made us better.
How did you guys do that? I mean, like, what were some of the conversations that you guys as leaders had with the group to say this loss can't define us?
Our coach told us, we got in his classroom and we watched motivational videos, and he said, "You can't let Crestview beat you twice. They beat you once. You can't let them get in your heads and beat you over Brookfield." And that kind of just helped. And we knew we still wanted to make it to districts. We still wanted to win. We wanted to do all we could. So we had to get past it.
Obviously, Coach Gilbert has been a sustaining force in this program. He's been here for a while, and he's been there for all three of your district championships. What has he meant to you as a coach, and what kind of things has he taught you about basketball and about life?
Um, Again, just kind of like don't be too serious. He's very serious when it comes to the games and he gets into it, but like at practice, he knows how to have a good time, and he really helps you with the little things. Like in the moment, you're like, this is so stupid, but like he really does like help you see all the little things and details that you need to see to be good and win.
And when you say he gets into it, he gets into it. Aaron Gilbert on the sidelines is working just as hard as you guys physically.
Yeah.
I actually saw him after the district championship game. He had to take a second to walk into the locker room tunnel real quick and just compose himself after that win. What's it like to have a coach that is almost working physically as hard as you guys on the floor, and giving you guys as much energy as he can on the bench?
It's great because like he cares. Like he's not just there to like coach you. Like he wants you to win. He wants you to feel good. Like after the game, I saw him like crying and hugging Taylor. Like it was just like he cares, and that's just really good to know.
We talked about this district championship meeting a little bit more, and it being the first one that you've had a big part in. What were some of the jitters and the nerves like in the first district semifinal game when you guys went down to Struthers, and it was kind of your first time on that big stage with this kind of role on the team?
It was like scary at first. Like you always get so nervous before the games, and like, oh gosh, what if I do bad? I can't screw this up for the team. Like, but then as soon as the game starts, it's fine. Everything goes away, and you're just kind of locked in.
Do you have any personal routines that help you with the nerves before games?
Um, I normally eat like 2 Uncrustables before every game, but that's about it.
Do you have any other like superstitions that you bring to yourself as an athlete, like things you have to do during a game day, or you feel like you're gonna be off?
Yeah, like if we play like league games and we play them like multiple times, I always try to do my hair the same the second time, like if we beat them. So like that's just kind of something like I like to keep my routine the same and like eat the same foods.
So does that mean since you won a district championship, you're gonna do the things the same way that you did for that game in the next game of regionals on Tuesday or
Yes.
Wednesday? Obviously you've been to Cuyahoga Falls, but it's another stage that you're new to as far as this role in the team. How are you handling the excitement and the anticipation to be back down there on Wednesday in the regional semifinals?
I just got to get ready for it. I got to watch some film. I don't know, calm my nerves.
Nowadays with the technology advances, you can watch film anywhere. You get the
Yeah.
iPad, iPhone, whatever it may be. When's your favorite time and place to turn on the film and watch either yourself or your next opponent?
I just like to watch it on my phone whenever I'm bored. I can't think of anything to do. I just watch it.
Do you watch yourself more or your opponent more when you're watching film?
The opponent.
How much have you grown into kind of when you do watch yourself, being able to kind of coach yourself and say, okay, I'm not doing this right. I have to work on this. Do you think you've developed that kind of skill?
Yeah, like I'm definitely better about noticing things now. Like I can see like, oh, my help side's off, or oh, I should have done this. I should have shot this. Like I'm definitely better about noticing things now.
All right, my personal opinion, you guys have some of the coolest uniforms in the YSN family when it comes to basketball. So my question is, which one's your favorite? Do you like the black away ones or do you like the white home ones?
I think I like the white home ones. They just fit better. They're looser and they just fit better.
Tell you that the black ones are slick, but they also don't do broadcasters too much help with the black on black. So, but they are cool. So are the white ones. What about some of the other things that you do outside of basketball? What are some of your hobbies outside of the sport?
I like to read a lot and go shopping and just hang out. Like I like to chill, just relax.
What are some of the favorite books you've read in your life?
I like the Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo or anything by Colleen Hoover.
Now, book fans are a little bit different than movie fans, I should say. Most of the book fans I've interviewed say that they don't like reading books over and over again. Are you the same way? Do you kind of read something once, no matter how much you like it, you don't read it again?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't read a book again because I already know everything. I yeah, like
Um, what are some? Are there any books that are on your reading list that like you really want to read in the next couple weeks or next couple months?
um, not really. I just kind of when I'm in the mood, I'm in the mood, and when I'm not, I'm not.
And obviously, the thing about school is you can't pick the books they've assigned to you. So I'm sure there have been some you like, some you haven't.
Yes.
What have been the best books that you've been assigned to read as a school assignment?
In eighth grade, we read some good books in my English class, like Scythe and Legend. Those ones are pretty good, but
What are
not the
some of
Roman ones.
what are your some of your favorite subjects in school?
I definitely like science the most.
Is science something you're going to pursue as a major, as a career path, something in the science field?
I'm thinking about going into nursing or something in the medical field. So yeah.
When you're making that decision, what kind of things interest you about nursing, and what kind of things make you want to uh, follow that career path?
I just like the idea of helping people and hoping I can get people through like a rough time and like help their families feel better about what's going on, just to
Have you
make them better.
have you picked a college yet, or somewhere you want to go to explore that?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Hiram.
What were some of the things that made you want to go to Hiram and made that be your new home for the next 4 years?
My mom works there, so I get free tuition.
That's a pretty big thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something cool. What's it like having a mom that you're gonna see every day in college?
It's fine. I love seeing my family. Like I don't even want to leave here. She's making me because I need to learn responsibility, but I don't even want to live here. I just leave here. I love being with my family. So,
Making you learn responsibility, which means you are gonna have to live, outside of the home. What's one of the things that makes you the most nervous about like living by yourself?
probably getting food and cooking.
What is the one life skill that you're gonna have to learn a lot in the next couple months before that happens?
How to save my money and not spend it on random crap.
Okay, since that is your answer, what is something that you're gonna have to stop spending a lot of money on that you probably spend too much on?
Food.
What's the bet? What's food do you spend the most money on?
Any fast food. Anything fast.
So, do you have a favorite place? Do you have a favorite fast food place?
Probably Chick-fil-A.
What about like is there a mood that's Chick-fil-A and then a mood that's something else and a mood that's something
Yeah,
else
like
and
sometimes I can really just crave a McDonald's cheeseburger, but
love it. What about like post game? Is there like a post game fast food that's better after a basketball game?
Taco Bell because they're open late. So
That's a good answer. Right there. What's your go-to order late night at Taco Bell?
a chicken quesadilla and a Baja Blast and nachos.
That is golden right there. That's the dinner of a champion.
Yeah.
So here you are, regional semifinals, and this basketball team has been so good over the last couple of years. Other than the things that we mentioned, Coach Gilbert being there for a while, and you guys having good leaders, what have been some other things that you think you factor into this program's success over the years?
Um, I don't. I definitely just. I think I like help push people to be better. Like I always like. My one friend gets in her head about stuff a lot, and I always try to like be like, no, you're great, like you're fine, and just try to like. I'm more there for people like emotionally, like to kind of get them through like their rough patches and like tell them that they're doing good and just like be more positive for them.
Despite the nearly 50-minute drive down to Struthers, you guys had a really good following as well. What's it like to have that kind of community support from the Garrettsville community?
It's great. Like we always have like such a good crowd like for any game. Like it's really good knowing you're like being supported and like having other like players parents come up to you after games and hug you and tell you did a good job. It's so great. It's so nice.
All right, Maggie, before we let you go, I want to give you the chance to shout out your support system, all the people that have kind of been there for you throughout your career, and all the people that you wouldn't be here without.
Just my family and my friends and my coaches. They definitely pushed me to be a lot better and gain more confidence in myself. Yeah.
All right, Maggie, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We wish you the best of luck in that regional semifinal, and we hope to talk to you again real soon.
Yeah. Thank you.